What's up, fam? What's going on? Welcome to another installment of TSC Unleashed. We in the building, man. What's good to the rest of the family members chiming in on this one, man? It's coming at you a little later than we want to, but family. Got kids, man. That's all I can tell y'all. I got kids. Sometimes they alter stuff, man. But we be trying to start this thing a lot earlier, man. More so around noon to kind of avoid it, kind of rescheduling. You know how it goes. But anyway, big ups to the family members for joining us in TSC Unleashed Thursday edition. That's right, we in the building. Big ups to the family. I'm Big Q once again. We'll bring in my host on the TSC Unleashed. Uncle Mozzy is in the building. What up, Uncle Mozzy?
Hello. How you guys doing? How you guys doing today?
Where's the confident Uncle Mozzy that chimes in the Swami this, the Swami that? I don't know. I don't hear that Uncle Mozzy here today. Maybe we should call him and put him on the line today.
Laugh now. Go ahead, get it out. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Nah, we ain't gonna do it, man. It's all good, buddy. But anyway, in this episode of TSC Unleashed, we're gonna recap that really great game, man. I really enjoyed it. The Lakers and the Heat game 1. We'll recap that one. We'll also have some news concerning Doc Rivers. He picked a team. Boy, he went fast too, man. And we'll cover who Doc Rivers got signed to. We also will preview a really terrible football game, the 0-3. 2 0-3 bum squads. But maybe they get right, man. The Broncos, who I had a lot of high hopes for, have a lot of injuries. And the Jets I knew they were going to be garbage because their coach is garbage. I've been telling you all that. But anyway, we'll talk about these stories today in a expedited version of TSC Unleashed. Big ups to Jim, Kev, and the rest of the family members chiming in. Please hit the like button as we move forward with today's news and notes. Here we go. All right, Uncle Mozzy, Lakers 116-98 destruction of the Miami Heat. Annihilation. Evisceration.
Man, I love y'all. I love how y'all pull these words when it comes to this LeBron dude, bro. Y'all pull these words like annihilation, domination, reputation.
Mozzy, it was up by as much as 59 points on this team, bro. I mean, if that's not domination, annihilation, what else is?
No. This is what you're not understanding, though. And I'm not going to allow you or no members of the family to do this. They did go on quite an unbelievable run. I'm not going to deny it. However, I saw something good. I didn't see the same game y'all saw. What I saw was a team that came out and mud stumped the Lakers 23-10 before the Lakers hit totally uncharacteristic three-point shots that they are not a three-point shooting team. LeBron James could not get it going really well early. He sat on the bench, and it was really and truly AD along with the bench players who I guess just all ate their Wheaties or had sensu beans because everybody came out shooting threes. These people had something like 11 or 12 threes by the end, at the 3-minute mark in the second quarter. It's tough to beat a team when you're firing on all cylinders like that. It's never been a secret that Miami doesn't play defense. We do play really good offense. So the only way we're going to lose is if you outscore us. And unfortunately, when you make 33 points off threes, right? Contested threes, so they just made them. The question you've got to ask yourself is, will the Lakers be able to make those type of shots from those players on a consistent basis? Will Danny Green be able to hit from 3, 4, or 5 times? Will Kyle Kuzma be able to hit from 3, 4, or 5 times? KCP, will he be able to hit from 3, 4, 5 times? A piece, all in the same game. That's how the Lakers got up to such a big lead. That's how they won this game. The question that you, Laker Nation, and every other LeBronite has to ask themselves, LeBroniac has to ask themselves is, right, can the LA Lakers bench put up 70, 75 points, 60 points again next game? If the answer to that question is no, then they're going to do their regular 25, 30, 35. this is a totally different game. I don't know what y'all saw, but what I saw was a Miami team that came out with a vengeance. I saw that a Miami team that came out 23-10 before the injury occurred to Bam. Let it be known that Bam is injured, and I think we suffer from 2 injuries right now. So what I saw was a really good game. I saw a game when Miami allowed the Lakers to kind of get off, but if you notice, the stars didn't get off. It was the bench that got off. It was the bench that mounted that big lead. It was the bench that buried Miami. So the question is, Big Q, Fam, Sports Coma, TSC Unleashed, will the Lakers bench be able to perform like that for 3 more games? The answer to that question, my friend, is a resounding no.
Well, let me put this. You make a very sterling case to distract from the obvious situation that this team lost the matchup by double digits. I mean, and to speak about the stars, I mean, LeBron James almost was a triple-double in game 1. He had 25 points, 13 rebounds, and 9 assists in 36 minutes of action. So he did contribute his LeBron. That's almost a triple-double. That's very good for LeBron. Yeah, and Anthony Davis.
From baby's Black Jesus, the GOAT. I mean, I would have assumed he'd had 100 points.
He didn't need to do anything, but he didn't need to do anything. He did what he was supposed to, give damn near triple double. Anthony Davis was on another level. He was super excited to be in the finals, be that deep in the playoffs. Yeah. 34 points, 9 rebounds, 5 assists, 3 blocks, 38 minutes, 11 of 21 from the field, 2 of 4 from downtown, 10 for 10 from the free throw line as well. And the reality is that the bench did its thing, but only one of the bench guys were actually in double digits. So I don't know what you're talking about as far as that's concerned. 10 points for Caruso, 8 from Morris, 7 from Rondo. That's what did some of the top bench guys. KCP 13 points, 11 for Green. Howard just 2 points. So really it was Anthony Davis. They couldn't do anything with Anthony Davis. Bam Adebayo, when he was in the game for those 21 minutes, had 8 points and 4 rebounds. He was no match. He was totally not a match for Anthony Davis. He's undersized, and Anthony Davis he can't do nothing with him. Now, Bam Adebayo is an excellent undersized center prospect, but Anthony Davis is just a super. He's on another level, and he made Bam Adebayo look like Wham Adebayo. He ain't Spam Adebayo. He ain't have nothing to him. We changed his name from Bam Adebayo to Spam Adebayo because he didn't do a damn thing. He not the real deal against Anthony Davis. Plus, he suffered an injury. Plus, you're going to be losing Goran Dragic, which was the top scorer that you had in the playoffs for the duration of the season. He is now out.
He's also injured, by the way.
And he's going to be done for the series, to be honest with you. Bam Adebayo should be back, but we'll see how effective he is. And then outside of that, I mean, what can I tell you? 18 points from Kendrick Nunn, who should pick up the slack for Goran Dragic going out. I like Kendrick Nunn. He was balling in the season before. Goran Dragic stepped his game up again. Tyler Hero had 14 points, and that will be the bench. Iguodala was 7 off the bench to try to help out. Crowder had 12, 23 from Jimmy Buckets. Robertson, who's the guy they count on in the starting lineup, 27 minutes, didn't have 1 point in the matchup. So he hurt as well. So 116-98, and you got to give credit what's credit due. The Los Angeles Lakers defense was spot on, bottom line. So, I mean, with that being said, the Lakers trounced the Heat in game 1 to the chagrin of Uncle Mozzy. And we'll preview game 2 later on. I'm going to let them think about it right now. I ain't going to let them get too further deep in shark-infested waters. All right, let's move on to the next topic of discussion. We're talking about...
I'm going to get you. Don't worry about it.
Doc Rivers.
You let it go, I got you.
Doc Rivers. There's nothing, Mozzy. You in the water, man.
I'm over here punching the numbers right now. I'm coming back with my case.
You just don't worry about it. There is no case. There's no case. It's no case.
Listen. LeBron and AD, the 2 stars, they combined, right? 34 for one and 25 for the other. They combined last night for a total of 59 points. Out of the 116-point total, that means 57 points came from role players. 57 points.
And let me tell you, it quite easily came from role players, by the way. None of these guys didn't do anything outside of what they known they could do. Caruso can give you that production. So can Rondo. So can listen. Kuzma, he didn't contribute. He had only 3 points tonight. You know he can give you 10 a game. You know,
Rondo hit a jump shot.
You know Morris can give a shot.
I mean,
no, Rondo has 7.
Rondo hit a jump shot.
He has 7.
Rondo hit a jump shot. Right, and that's what I'm telling you. Do you think Rondo will be able to hit a jump shot in the next 3 games? I don't believe.
I do think, yes, I do. I think the Lakers bench with Rondo, Caruso, Kuzma can help, that can add the production on top of what Davis, LeBron James, and the rest of these guys going to do. Listen, you forgetting in the finals, that ratchets it up. He lets it all loose in the finals, and he's deadly serious. He has a supreme running mate in Anthony Davis, who's super, enthused in general. Anthony Davis is super enthused to be in the finals for the first time, and he will be enthused like this through the summation of the series. And if they keep playing high-powered and high, like Anthony Davis, listen, and I told you this before the series started, there is no one that can stop Anthony Davis on that Miami Heat club. Bam Adebayo, did you see what Anthony Davis was doing to Bam Adebayo in that game before he got hurt?
Everybody seemed to stop Anthony Pelican.
Listen.
Obviously, the recipe isn't that hard.
Bam Adebayo can't do nothing with him. Kelly Olynyk can't do nothing with him. There is no big on that team that can do anything with Anthony Davis. Outside, inside.
First of all, there's no on the team. They'd have to have a big on the team to be able to do something with
Bam Adebayo Bam Adebayo is your big. They've been using Bam at the center position. He was the direct match.
6'9", bro.
Listen. Another thing is this. What's so awesome about the Lakers is the coaching. We give a lot of stuff to the players, but the coaching, they have a lot of great coaches on that team. Jason Kidd's an assistant coach. You have the older coach used to be with Memphis. He's on that bench coaching. There's a lot of wisdom and strategy on that assistant coaches. His coaches period with Frankie V's been coaching his ass off this year, and they've used
wisdom. Did you say wisdom?
A lot of good wisdom on that team, man. I'm telling you. Go look at that coaching roster, and they know how to utilize the strategy. Now in this game, Anthony Davis didn't even start at center. They used Dwight Howard at center on top of Bam Adebayo, which that was smart in itself, because what it did was it created a mismatch everywhere. So if you move Bam Adebayo out to guard Anthony Davis, he's gonna pick up foul. He's gonna pick up foul trouble. In 21 minutes, he had 2 fouls. He's over aggressive. They know that he's over aggressive. His style is over aggressive. And Anthony Davis, matter of fact, the play when he hurt his arm, it was Anthony Davis getting the rebound from him, and he came up with the ball, and Anthony Davis was there on him. That's how he got hurt. So, like I'm saying, man, at the end of the day, there is no matchup for Anthony Davis. And when LeBron James picks up a head of steam, Jimmy Butler or Crowder, none of the Iguodala in his advanced age, none of those guys can slow LeBron James when he picks up a head full of steam. I'm just telling you, it's a bad matchup for the Heat. It is a bad matchup. They've had a terrific season, but it's about to come to an end, Playboy. You and I both know that. Listen, that's why you jump from one boat to the other.
I'm not going to allow you to do this, bro. 57 points scored by the bum squad known as the Lakers bench. Those 57 points will not sustain that type of production over the next 3 games. I just do not see it.
We shall see, bro.
This is you do realize that Spoelstra coached LeBron, so he kind of has some insight on LeBron. So it'll have to be AD's series if it's going to be a series at all. By the way, Rondo couldn't hit a jump shot if he was on a trampoline with a rifle. So go ahead.
Well, I mean, he didn't have to. He had 7 points in the matchup in 25 minutes. He knocked down a 3. He was 1 of 5. He hit a 3, and he was 2 of 7 from the field. So he hit 2 jump shots. So I don't get that analogy. And of course the Lakers can produce at least 50 points off the bench in a combination of role players in the starting lineup. Of course they can. They're not playing with the same mindset in the semis or have you. They're in the finals now, and LeBron knows what's at stake, and he becomes a different player in the finals, especially in his advanced age. Got Anthony Davis there. Davis is feeling good about it. Dwight Howard is doing a lot of those older guys that's playing for championships. They're feeling really invigorated about being there. And this is a bad omen for a team to beat you as bad as they did in game 1. to move us. So we'll see how they respond in game 2 without 2 serious pieces. Bam Adebayo, we don't know if he'll be there in game 2. Goran Dragic, we know for a fact is not going to be there for the rest of the series. So that's too bad, but that's how the cookie crumbles. They were going to lose anyway.
Go Heat.
All right, let's go into the next story. Doc Rivers agrees to a deal with guess who? The Philadelphia 76ers. That's right, family. You heard it. Doc Rivers agrees to a deal, and this just happened not too long ago with the Philadelphia 76ers. After rapid courtship and negotiation, Doc Rivers reached an agreement on a deal to become the next coach of the Philadelphia 76ers, according to Wojnarowski. Rivers was a late entry into the process that had become increasingly focused on Houston coach Mike D'Antoni. They really wanted D'Antoni, but Doc Rivers is a more complete coach. He's 58. He was dismissed from the Clippers on Monday. He had 2 years left on his contract when he was dismissed. ESPN says he remains owed a significant amount of money, although typically there is an offset agreements. The payout put into place should a coach be hired in a new job. Doc Rivers didn't take long to find a new spot. He's now the coach of the Sixers, and that's interesting to have Doc Rivers with Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid, Uncle Mozzy. What you think about Doc Rivers on top of that team?
I think Doc Rivers would have went anywhere and it would have been great. I still don't understand how Philadelphia is going to compete without any shooting. That's Philadelphia's problem. Coaching does have a part to play, but again, as we discussed, you got 2 all-stars. They got to score the basketball the same exact way. Nobody can shoot. They're going to have to bring in some shooters. They're going to have to bring in a bench and some role players, and they're going to have to bring in an ideology and mindset, which I'm sure Doc can do that part, but that does not substitute shooters and a bench, which Philadelphia will need to compete with Milwaukee and Toronto and Boston and Miami, the regulars. In order for them to be a regular, they're going to have to step their game up.
Yeah, this is interesting. I think that Sixers bringing in Doc Rivers, and we don't know the financials, but I think they'll do just what you said, Uncle Mozzy. They'll pick up the shooters. And I think that's a part of the team, adding those shooters around Simmons and Embiid to stretch that floor, man. And that will make them really dangerous. So where did they get the shooters from? So, we'll see. But when the free agency period opens up after the finals is over with, the Sixers should be busy looking to attract either via trade or through free agency or perhaps through the draft, looking for shooters to complement or flag Embiid and Simmons. But Doc Rivers hire in Philly is really a really good signing in my opinion. Doc Rivers can do a lot with that squad. All right, moving on to the NFL, man. Let's talk a little NFL news, Uncle Mozzy, if you please. And tonight's matchup, not too really exciting. What could have been? The Denver Broncos sitting there injury-plagued, 0-3. We had a lot of hope for the Broncos. I was picking the Broncos as a surprise team. I thought with all that interesting and talented youth that they had, that this squad could be something really important. But man, look, both teams sitting there. It doesn't surprise me about the Jets. Y'all know how I feel about Gaze. I think Adam Gaze shouldn't even be a coach. They have highest gauge a coach in this league, and you got guys like Bieniemy and the rest of these guys out here that's assistant coaches. Chris Richard, the brother from who worked with Dallas as the secondary. I mean, there are so many really great coaches out there. But how is Gaze hit? I ain't gonna get on my spiel about him. He's garbage. But Denver Broncos Jets square off Thursday night, MetLife Stadium. With the season spiraling, somebody got to do something to jump start their season and get a win on Thursday night. And according to what they're saying, we understand the situation that we're in, according to Vic Fangio, who says we can't change anything that happened. All we can do is look forward and prepare ourselves for the next game, which is coming here quickly on Thursday night. I think our attitude is good, says Vic Fangio. Broncos, Jets are both 0-3 for the second straight season, and each is looking to avoid dropping their first 4 games in consecutive years for the first time in franchise history. Barring a tie, it's about to get worse for one of them. The woeful starts that have made Fangio and Adam Gaze, both of those are questionable hires. Why would you hire Vic Fangio? I mean, what would I ain't gonna even get into it. Targets have plenty of criticism and cast some doubts in their long-term futures with their team. Speculation has been flying that Gates could be out as soon as Friday if the Jets lose, which, listen, Adam Gates is trash. He garbage. You seen Jamal Adams. He was trying to get out. He had the problem with Le'Veon Bell and several other really curious moves that they've been making. He's just a trash coach, bottom line. And he says, for me, I have to do a great job of making sure I keep my players in the right headspace, said Gaze. when a lot of negativity is coming at you, things are hard, and that's when everybody's character has to really show up, and they've got to work, and we've got to get it fixed. Well, he talked about character. He has none, and that's why his team is bottoming out at 0-3. Just have been inept offense. Sam Darnold has not played like a quarterback, and that's Adam Gage's thing, is that he's an offensive mind supposed to be. And he got the quarterback, and they have pieces around him. The defense is has been almightily porous. Injuries, Le'Veon Bell, Brashard Perriman, Denzel Mims, all sidelined. Broncos have also had issues with injuries. Roster sported a combined 18 Pro Bowls when the 53-man roster was finalized. It now has Melvin Gordon, a pair of all-star appearances from Von Miller, Jarrell Casey, Cortland Sutton, Philip Lindsay, AJ Abuye, all hurt. They got this. They have all about to start their third straight different quarterback, which is, remember Mark Riffin, the former Washington Redskins coach, quarterback. His son is about to start
one
for
of my
them.
favorite players.
Yep, his son is. I think it's his nephew. Is going to start for the first time for the Broncos on Thursday night in place of Jeff Briscoe, who was benched. He was taken out of place last week for Drew Lock. He played.
Driscoll was horrible.
Yeah, he was terrible. So
horrible.
So Brett Rippon will get an opportunity to play. No matter who's playing in there right now, we definitely got to win, said Riffin, the nephew of 92 Super Bowl MVP Mark Riffin. And Sam Darnold has to step up. But listen, the bottom line, despite injuries, despite 0-3 starts, these teams have to get it together. Mozzy, who wins the Egg Bowl, the 0-3 Bowl tonight on Thursday Night Football?
Oh, Denver wins this one. Hands down, Denver's going to win this one. The Jets is no secret. The players are trying to get new coaching. Everybody was ready for change. So this might be the biggest case of NFL anarchy that any of us has ever witnessed. I truly believe that the Jets are going to sabotage tonight's game just to go ahead and get new coaching in there. And then the coach won't be under any pressure because it'll be 0-4, obviously. But I think at that point, they'll kind of taper off and see what they could do as far as trashing for Trevor and trying to get that campaign.
Why would the
going.
Jets trash for Trevor when they have Sam Darnold at the quarterback?
Yeah, they have Sam Darnold, but Sam Darnold is not a generational talent like Trevor Lawrence. I'm sorry. Either the Jets or the Giants, who just got their guy, is gonna suck enough to get to trash for Trevor. So somebody who had their guy 2 years ago, a year ago, all of a sudden won't have their guy. That's just the way this goes. And teams are moving on quarterbacks. You notice teams are not hanging around like they used to, hanging around for 5, 6, 7 years trying to make something out the guy. If you can't produce in 2-3 seasons in today's NFL, you're up out of there, bro. And this is Darnold's second year. He will get the blame just like the coach, or they'll put him in a competition. And when you put him and Trevor in a competition just by public opinion, Trevor's going to win that all day. So I think Denver wins tonight by at least 4 or 5. I'm thinking the score in that game is going to be something like 17-10, 17-13. I'm going to go 17-10.
Well, I mean, you do make an interesting point, man, about teams not being patient enough to stick around with quarterbacks, man. And the nearest example I remember in terms of time was when the Arizona Cardinals drafted with Sam Rosen with that pick, and then the next year they took Kyler Murray, even though they said they wasn't going to do that. I mean, so you absolutely, the very next year they did that, which is absolutely amazing. So I mean, you
look at what the Packers did.
That's true too. So yeah, you're absolutely right. It's not for long. That's what the NFL stands for. All right, let's go into our final topic of the day. Another NFL news: Ravens signed cornerback Marlon Humphrey to a 5-year contract. That's right, Marlon Humphrey, the starting cornerback for the Baltimore Ravens, had a 5-year contract extension worth $97.5 million. This bode well of what Marshawn Lattimore going to do, but Marlon Humphrey, a star corner, agreed to a 5-year extension at 97.5 with 66 million in total guarantees, according to the NFL. Now, this deal ties Humphrey, who had 2 years remaining on his rookie contract, to Baltimore for the next 7 years. Now, he said it was great to sign that deal and know that for the next couple of years, you're going to be a Raven. He said, since I've been here, I've really enjoyed this organization, this city, these fans, the people around me. So it's really big for me to stay a Raven. He's a 6-foot corner. Key to the Ravens' stalwart defense, Humphrey's ability to lock down wideouts on an island allows defensive coordinator Wink Martindale to deploy elaborate pressures. Humphrey also became one of the top covermen in the NFL, earning All-Pro and Pro Bowl honors in 2019. Marlon's the type of player we want in Baltimore, according to Vice President of and General Manager Eric DeCosta. He says, besides his obvious talents as a playmaker, he's a passionate competitor who craves winning. Marlon has been a stalwart in our community, and we're excited that he's going to remain with us for 7 seasons. The $19.5 million per year in new money slots Humphrey's contract right behind Jalen Ramsey, who recently signed a $20 million per year offer, ahead of Tre'Davious White's deal, which was $17.25. The deal signifies that Humphrey's standing as one of the top cornerbacks in the NFL and recognition he deserved based on his play the last several seasons. So with Humphrey getting his bag of cash, the trend continues with cornerbacks getting paid as the league begins compensating vital cornermen in the ranks of the higher priced pass rush. So listen, we document that obviously, man, because these last deals, the Ramsey deal, the Humphrey deal, and also you talk about Tre'Davious White deal, they all getting their money ahead of Lattimore. So people are now looking at him to be the next guy to get paid. But based on what he's looking like this year, people are kind of having second thoughts. Uncle Mozzy, what do you think about that big fat contract that they laid out to Marlon Humphrey? 5 years, $97.5 million on top of that, 66 of it guaranteed.
Welcome to Academy Outdoors. For store hours, press 3. For directions to our store, press 1. To be transferred to a department.
It's my turn to talk? Oh, I'm sorry. I was on the phone with Academy trying to get me some shoulder pads. Go give me $97 million. Bro, I can't believe they're giving away this kind of money, man. Are you serious? I can't believe that. $97 million? What am I doing? Bro, I love you. You're my brother from another mother, bro, but like $97 million, bro, I'm out, bro. This is my last TSC Unleashed. I'm going to get my $97 million, bro. I'm headed to Academy. I get out of here, bro. I'm going to get my shoulder pad. I'm going to get this old gastric bypass. I'm going to get me some, oh yeah, man, $97 million. That's a lot. That, you know what? That's so much money. You spell it with a Y instead of an L. Is $97 million. Not million. You got to say it differently when you got that kind of money. That's outrageous, man. I would have never paid him that kind of money.
You said that about Buda Baker. You would be like the Jim Finks of giving out money there, Uncle Mozzy.
That's me, baby. I'm not giving you nothing. Earn it. That's a lot of money, bro. For a cornerback, bro. For a DB, $97 million, bro. Come on now. That's quarterback money like 3 years ago. That's Drew Brees money like 2016. Come on, man. It's getting outrageous. So I guess it's got to come to a point of we got to have some kind of sobriety, because 2025, you're going to have like, I don't know, you're going to have like linebackers getting paid $400 million. That's insane, bro. Like, I get it. Don't get me wrong, but it's got to stop at some point, bro, because the entitlement goes up, the production goes down. These teams have got to learn, man. It's very rare that you pay these players this type of erroneous cash and they show up and earn that erroneous cash. It very rarely happens. And when you do see it, it's going to generally be in a more skilled position. Quarterback, receiver, maybe running back. A DB, come on, bro. A DB is just, I mean, they're a dime a dozen. And don't get me wrong, I understand he's exceptional, but not $97 million exceptional. That I just, that's not. Listen, I'm the type of guy, when I did eat a lot of meat, and I did eat meat, period, I would go to McDonald's and I would get the McDouble instead of the double cheeseburger. Do you want me to tell you why? Because the McDouble had 1 slice of cheese where the double cheeseburger had 2, and it didn't justify a $2 price difference. Same thing here, man. This price difference is not justified. They need to stop. I can't believe the NFL didn't block this.
Nah, they ain't gonna block it. They money. And Marlon Humphreys is a talented cornerback, but that's the value market is shut down cornerbacks. So he's pretty good, man, and he's getting paid like that. We'll see if the Saints take care of Marshawn Lattimore like that. But man, there are 3 examples out there in Ramsey, Humphreys, and Tre'Davious White that have gotten big contracts. I mean, stuff north of $17 million a season. So that's interesting in its own right. But anyway, that'll do it for this episode of TSC Unleashed. I'd like to thank you guys for chiming in on this example, on this show. And man, listen, it was fun today, man, and it's expedited. A little note for the family members that's waiting for the TSC. We'll come back at you later on tonight with TSC regular. We'll cover some Saints news, few interviews. We'll talk a little bit more about the Saints' upcoming matchup with the Lions. Of course, you know, Friday is our preview show day when we go all in with the depth charts and we break down the players to watch out for. We go ham in the injury reports. We play the things, and then we open up the phone lines as well. So it'll be a jam-packed show on Friday. We'll be back later on tonight for TSC, some more Saints talk. So I'd like to thank Uncle Mozzy for chiming in on TSC Unleashed. I'd like to thank you guys for chiming in as well. Much love to the family members chiming in. Big ups to you. Please hit the like button, family, and know that we in the building, man. So Uncle Mozzy, thank you for stepping up. Thank you for not hiding because of that ass whooping the Lakers
I don't care about that. Go Heat. Hey, can I say one more thing before we go? And y'all should really be excited about this, right? Look, I just got off the internet, just read brand new news, hot off the presses, right? The Saints got Joe Exotic from Tiger King to help beat the Lions. We in there, baby. We in there. They bailed Joe Exotic out so we could beat the Lions. We gonna get a win this week. Yes. Go Heat.
Go
with buckets.
Oh, well, I guess so. We're gonna see. I know Vilma gonna be doing the game for us. It's good to see Jonathan Vilma. He'll be doing the Lions and Saint matchup, so that's a big deal as well. And
Joe Exotic, we might get a win.
Yeah, you might that might be enough. But I'd like to thank everybody for joining us once again. Big ups to the family members. We'll see you a little later on. So much love to you, and we out this thing. Peace.